Big shout outs to WurdMedia. Thank you for featuring me. This was a great conversation we had here. But if y'all want to see a little bit more of me, just a little bit, I'm not going to be showing everything like these Instagram girls out here. But you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of that at It's Britt Waters. And of course my website, brittwaters.com. The Best Part Morning Show was the best thing that happened in my career. And I think it was the best place to start. Because a lot of people in radio, like their main goal is to eventually be a syndicated morning show. And for me to have started my career there, it was amazing. I learned so much from Russ. He gave me this opportunity and he took a chance on me. I think I was working with Russ at 6 a.m. Then I interned at the Baltimore Business Journal, so I would drive from College Park to Baltimore. Then I would come back and do classes. Then I had a job where I swiped cards at the gym. Then I was a PA announcer for the soccer team. By then it was like, after soccer games, like 10 p.m. Then I went and partied on Route 1 and then did it all over again. So I was basically working like 18-hour days in college. And just that hustle, like, it just carried me through. I'm like, if I could have done it back then, I can do it now. And the lessons that Russ gave me, just like, work for everything. He really taught me how to just be myself. You're always trying to be whoever you look up to. So I was trying to talk like Oprah, walk like Oprah, talk like Tamron Hall. And then I was on this big hip hop station, this big urban media network, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta be a little bit more street. And Russ just told me, if you be authentically you, it'll always translate and it'll always work out. I always wanted to get to this point where I can make the jump and, you know, not just be the black girl doing black music and being a hip hop head, that I could go and be here at a place like Fresh FM. Steve Davis, my boss now, who gave me this opportunity, just made me realize that anything, it's just limitless how much I can do and how much everyone can do if we kind of step out of our box of comfort. I have to rely on my faith for a lot of things to push me through stuff, and it is super hard working in entertainment, because a lot of times there will be those opportunities that'll come around that'll test your morals. And I've learned that if you stick to what you know is right and what you feel is right, and know that God has a plan of how your life is gonna work, then you're gonna be okay. I don't think I grew up sheltered, but I definitely am happy that I have my religion as a backbone in everything I do. It is hard, you know, when you go from hosting parties and hosting clubs and taking cute little Instagram pictures and people try to question your faith, but without that I wouldn't be here where I am today. I feel like experience, followers, fame will get you in the door, but your education is what will keep you in that door, keep you in that building, and have you own in the door, and have you versatile enough that you can do whatever you need to do. Like, all those followers, it might seem cool, it'll get you into the party, but if you want to run the party, you're gonna have to have some education. Everyone says, oh, you have to go to college to do this, to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, but it really helps in this industry as well. And that's why you see a lot of big people going back to school, like Swizz Beatz, LL Cool J, who was just here for the Kennedy Center Honors, who's like, yeah, I just finished these courses up at Harvard. I'm like, wow. Like, if they need to go to school, trust me, everyone that's trying to be them also needs to go to school. Oh, The Sound. So it's one of my shows I do on DC Cable Network. I have 3 shows with them now, and I love working with them. With the Mayor's TV station, it's Channel 16 in DC. And The Sound gives me an opportunity to really give platforms to local artists. Because to be honest, when you're doing radio and when you do big TV that I do as well, I can't always get like the up and coming artists that I love seeing at a good venue around DC on my radio show. So to have a platform where I can have a whole TV show based around local artists, and everyone on that show is from DC or plays in the DC area, and give them a platform, it's amazing. As much as I love the culture of DC, I also love how transient the city is. You can walk down the street and meet someone they're from New York, I'm from Michigan, I'm from Kentucky, I'm from Chicago. Everyone comes here and stays here for a reason, and that I can meet so many different people and so many different cultures and be exposed to so much art. Not that my little town in Jersey had nothing. I think we had like a little something, but nothing like this. There's something going on in this city every single night of the week. Like, my friends come to visit, they're like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, it's a Tuesday night, but I promise you there's a good party out there. I promise you there's a good live show out there. I promise you there's some small speakeasy that we can go to that's still open after midnight on a Tuesday, because this city really doesn't sleep. I love television, but I feel like radio always my first love, because this is what I grew up on, like, you know? And I feel like this is a different kind of connection. With television, people are, you know, a little distracted by what you're looking at. Like, what you're wearing, what your hair looks like, what my makeup looks like. I can literally come in here in sweats and just have the same connection with my listeners, and I love it. Seeing people on the streets of DC who feel like they're my best friend and I feel like they're my best friend and we're strangers is the best thing about my job. Because I'm like, wow, I guess we do have a connection out there.
Embracing my future, pain doesn't last, it's just a teacher.